Again, I got to get these thick thighs right because, the thighs are thighin'. The thighs are thighin'. This is a Forever Athlete bodysuit, by the way. But anyways, welcome to episode number 2 of Forever an Athlete, where we just talk about everything when it comes to fitness, relationships, just everything. I don't want to list anything in particular because I just never know where the wind might blow and what we might talk about. But this is episode 2. If you missed episode 1, you can find it on YouTube podcast. And it is obviously Forever an Athlete YouTube. You can just Google it and I'm sure it'll pop up. So obviously, if you don't know, I am the owner of Forever an Athlete. I founded it in 2023. It's my baby, my pride and joy, and it symbolizes who I am as a person. Like I said in my last episode, I played Division I basketball at Long Island University in Brooklyn, New York, where I started as a point guard and shooting guard there. I had some wonderful memories, went to the conference championship, beat some really good teams, some Big Ten teams with my teammate alongside of some of my teammates. So I had some great memories there, graduated from LIU Brooklyn, and decided to become a basketball coach, college basketball coach. So I went to Regis College where I did my grad school, got my master's in education, did 2 years of coaching and teaching and things of like that. Fell in love with, developing children and helping them, chase after their dreams like I did, educate them on and off the court, where I then, after I graduated with my teacher's degree, I continued to coach. So I went to Colby College in Maine, in Waterville, Maine, to be exact. Everybody's like, "What were you doing in Maine?" I'm like, "I don't know." But shout out to Julie Bayu, who called me. Actually, I graduated from Regis College, and I was done 2 years. We won 2 conference championships there, alongside of Angela Santa Fe, which is the head coach there at the time. We won 2 championships there, and I finished, and I was applying for jobs, just applying. And I was like, you know what, forget it. I think God is sending me back home to Atlanta. So I pack all my stuff up. I moved to Atlanta, Georgia, and I started living with my brother at the time. And so I'm there, and I'm literally there like a week. My brother's so happy to have me back because if you guys don't know, I'm originally from California, but I moved to Atlanta my sophomore, junior, senior year when my parents got divorced. So my family, my brother and sister, were here at the time, and then I left them to go to college. About 16, 17, I don't know the exact age, and I've been gone ever since. So when I got back, they were so happy to have me, and I was here literally. I remember like it was yesterday. I was here like literally a week, maybe less, and I got a phone call, and it was like, "Hey, this is Julie Bayu from Colby College. Can I speak to Crystal?" And I was like, "Hey, what's up? This is her." She was like, "Hey, I got an assistant position open, and I heard a lot of things about you. I'd love for you to come to Waterville, Maine." Waterville, Maine. Where is that? And then I got off the phone. I was so excited for the call, but then I was like, I knew for a fact, I was like, I'm not going. Like, I'm not going to Waterville, Maine. Like, absolutely not. Like, I didn't even know there was a Maine. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't even know it existed. I'm like, Maine? I was like, yeah, I'm so interested. I was lying at the time. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna call you back. I'm with my family right now. I'm gonna call you back. She's like, all right. I didn't call her back. She called me back. And long story short, I was just like, you know what? She picked me up from the airport. She took me to see where like the coaches stay, and I was just in Maine. Like, I'm about to live in Maine. About to live in Maine. I'm about to live in Maine. So long story short, I lived in Maine for a year, and we had a great season. We had a great. We're friends to this day. I love her to death. We built a bond, a bond that will never forget, a friendship that we'll never forget, and all centered around the love of fitness and love of basketball and sports and working out, and just a community that her and I shared that was amazing. So after Maine, I did a year there, and then I got another phone call from another coach who asked me to go to Adelphi University, where I then now moved from Maine back to New York, where I did I want to say a year, maybe 2 years at Adelphi. We won a conference championship there, which was awesome. I had a privilege of being a part of something special in that organization. And then after the grind of coaching for 2, 3, 5 years, I was just like, it's not enough money. I'm away from my family. I'm in New York City, is one of the most expensive cities in the world. Like I have to find another job. So I started to apply for a sales job. I did a sales job for a little bit. That wasn't it. Went on not Zillow, that's housing, but went on Indeed and applied for a teaching job. Never knew how to teach, never taught before. I figured, hey, you're a basketball coach, you taught, kids plays, maybe you could teach kids how to read and write. I don't know. So I applied and they called me back, and I had amazing 2 to 3 years at the school in New York. I taught 6th and 7th grade. It was amazing. Met a great group of friends that I still remain friends today. And also coached the basketball team there, co-ed boys and girls basketball team, where we there won a championship. I don't know if you guys noticed, but everywhere I go, I win championships. I'm just saying, I'm a winner. We won a championship there, and then I was just like, okay, I did New York, I did Maine, I did Boston. I was like, I'm just trying to go home. I miss my mom, I miss my brother. I just want to go home. So came home, became a teacher. Then I started another basketball team at the elementary school. We didn't win a game. So I take the last statement back, maybe. We didn't win a game, but COVID hit. So the season ended too soon for us to really even get things off the ground running. But I say that to say Forever an Athlete is a brand that, if you notice, sports has been a part of my life, my entire life, from when I was playing middle school basketball, AAU, to coaching college basketball, to playing college basketball, to now here I am, a varsity girls basketball coach. So Forever an Athlete, I'm gonna always be a part of the game. The skills and the mindset and the commitment and the grind and all of that good stuff is instilled in me, and it's forever me, and it will always be me. And that's how Forever Athlete came about. Nothing too long drawn out. I believe that once an athlete, always an athlete. And the things that you've learned from coaches and you've learned in the sports world are definitely things that you take over into the business world as you transition into your next phase of life. So again, in my last episode, I said you'll hear this: redefine your lifestyle. Redefine your lifestyle is because you're constantly redefining and evolving in life. And no matter how you redefined it or what's changed or what's different, the skills that you develop that are instilled in you will always be there, and you'll always tap into those skills and utilize them when you need them. So that's a little bit about Forever an Athlete, the brand. Episode 2 is going to talk about how do you balance your fitness goals and nurture a healthy relationship. This is one of the hardest things to do. I was actually just sitting here talking to a friend on the phone, a friend of mine, and she was like, I just want to work out. I want to work out, but I have to do this for my girlfriend. I have to do this for this person. I got to do this for that person. I got to work. So for those of you that are struggling with maintaining a healthy lifestyle, staying in the gym and committed to your fitness goals while still nurturing a healthy relationship, this episode is for you. If you don't think that you have struggles or have a problem with that, this episode may not be for you, but you still can listen, and maybe I'll drop some nuggets or two and you'll pass it along to someone else. But when I reflect on my story and just what I go through on a daily basis, because this podcast isn't to highlight that I'm perfect, because I'm far from perfect. If you know me, I go through a lot of stuff on a daily basis. We're not going to talk about that today, but what we'll talk about is balancing balancing my fitness drive and my fitness goals with nurturing relationships. And I'm not talking about your girlfriend. I'm not talking about your boyfriend. I'm not talking about your husband, your wife. I'm not talking about relationships with your family. I'm not just talking about like specific relationships. I'm talking about all of your relationships. And what comes to mind as I reflect on my story or my life is one thing that I know for sure is communication. And I suck at communication at times because I just feel like you should understand me by I just feel like everyone understands me and I don't overly communicate. But communication is so key in balancing your life, your fitness life and your relationships life. And what I mean by that is communicating just like your gym schedule. Communicating with your family and your friends, your gym schedule. You know, like, hey, I go to the gym Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 6 a.m. 6 a.m. is my time where I go to the gym. 6 a.m. is my protected time. 6 a.m. is me working out, lifting weights in my zone. That's my time. Communication, because then when you communicate that early, people already know, okay, from 6 to 7:30, don't call Crystal for work. Don't call Crystal about planned trips that you want to take. Don't call Crystal to talk about lesson plans. I am a teacher. Don't call me to talk about lesson plans. Don't call me to talk about anything that has nothing to do with this right here, which is like working out. So I noticed that like communication is very vital when trying to, balance your fitness goals and nurture a relationship. Communication is not just about communicating your time. It's also about communicating your goals to people. For an example, I tell a lot of friends, hey, my goal is to stop drinking so I can cut down the sugar that I intake because I know that the sugar is keeping me from reaching my potential. When you communicate those things, you're hoping that people understand your goals and they support you in that. You know what I mean? So if I tell you I want to stop eating fried food, or I communicate like this is what I'm trying to do, hopefully in return the people that you're around support you in that area. And that goes to mutual support. Mutual support and communication, they go hand in hand, and I was going to separate the two, but since I'm already diving into that, I might as well talk about it. When you communicate someone early about, scheduling, and this is what I have at this time, and this is what I got to do at this time, and this is my protected time, you're hoping that they understand that and you come to an agreement of how you can tackle this, your fitness and what you have going on, and still be over here and be supportive in this area as well. Like for example, my family, they love to travel. They love to travel, and they know that I love to work out. So I feel like because I've communicated that working out is very, very important to me and very vital. When we travel, I feel like my mom does a really good job of finding hotels that have good gyms. And it goes, like I said, mutual support and communication, because I've communicated to her my goals. I want to work out, Mom. I want to go on vacation, but I want to work out. And because I've communicated that, she has now shown me mutual support by saying, I respect that that's your goal and that's your commitment. So, and I want you to be a part of our family trip. Let me find hotels where it gives you the opportunity to work out. And I may not work out. I may go on vacation and I may not step foot in the gym. But the fact that you support me, where you're thinking about me when you're booking a hotel, shows that you support my goals. So commitment and mutual support is so important when balancing fitness and nurturing relationships. I know that eating is a very, very big thing for me. When I say eating, I mean I can eat like a grown man. If you take me out on a date, I may order fried chicken, buffalo shrimp, ranch dressing, french fries, salad. I may eat like a grown man. I am trying to get better with my eating. It's improving a lot. So when I'm in this mindset of, okay, I'm 5 days strong of eating clean. If we go out, me communicating like, hey, I'm trying to eat clean. I'm trying to not drink. I'm trying not to eat fried food. I'm trying not to eat these things. Mutually supporting me or supporting your partner or your people that you have relationships with is knowing like, okay, let's not go get wings. Let's go get fish, or let's try to do things that are more that kind of fit your healthier lifestyle. You know what I mean? So when I think about this, I say this to say, balancing your fitness goals and lifestyle and maintaining and nurturing a relationship, a healthy relationship, it really takes commitment and it takes mutual respect. They go hand in hand because not commitment, I'm sorry, communication and mutual respect. They go hand in hand because when you're communicating your expectations with someone of yourself, and then your expectation of someone supporting you and what you want them to give you in return, then that mutual support comes in where they support you in a way that you need, so that you are able to obtain those health and fitness goals. I'm gonna tell you right now, it is very hard to hang around people that don't support your goals, especially when you're not disciplined. Because if you're still developing discipline and you're hanging out with people that don't support you, or that don't support you, it is very difficult to stay committed to your goals. And I say that to say, because Herbalife coffee, by the way, I say that to say, I'm going to a family's house today. My sister and brother are having a party, right? Dallas and Green Bay are playing, and I know they're gonna have a shitload of alcohol. The hookah is gonna be in the air. We're gonna, hookah, alcohol, and food, and everything that I can think of is gonna be at the party, right? And I can't expect someone to support my goals at their party. I just can't. So I say this to say, like, when you don't have discipline, the mutual support in your relationships are very much so important, because you can't force someone to have a salad bar because that's what you like. You can't expect someone to have a charcuterie board because you're not eating fried chicken and pork chops. You know what I mean? But being around people that do that for you and do support you in that is great, because it's difficult. It's difficult to hang around people who do not support your goals and who are not understanding where you want to be when it comes to health and fitness. So, overly communicating with people and overly communicating and setting the bar high and letting people know, like, hey, these are my goals for me. This is how you can support me. You may say, you may say, like, if you're dating someone, you may say, like, let's not eat out all the time. Let's eat out once a week. That could be my cheat week. Let's eat out on Sundays. You know, you love to brunch. I know you love to brunch because I know you love to brunch. And I also love to brunch, but I can't brunch every day because I have goals. Let's brunch on Sunday. Or let's brunch on Saturday. And then it's like Monday through Friday, let me cook healthy meals, right? That is like mutual support, and then also communicating. Like, I know you, I'm communicating with you. Like, I know, you know that I love to eat healthy, and I know you love to brunch, but let's come to a common ground where your needs are being fed and my needs are being fed. So now it's not all about one person, right? It's not like, oh, hey, we only eat lean turkey and fish because she's over there trying to lose weight. She's trying to be fit. And or we only eat fried chicken and yams and stuff like that because she doesn't really care, or he doesn't really care about, you know, about health and fitness. So it's just basically coming to communicating and having a common ground. You know what I mean? And especially in the dating world, like, you really have to communicate with your partner when it comes to health and fitness, and like going back to time, because your partner wants time, right? Time is of the essence. Like, time, and not time in the gym, not time looking at your fitness videos, not time making reels, not time looking at your camera, not time taking photos off your camera, videos off your camera, uploading. Time, unprotected time. Just like your gym time is unprotected, your partner wants unprotected time. And I've learned that. Like, I've learned that time is so vital to nourishing relationships, but also staying intact with my fitness goals. Because I have found myself in the past, I'll be on a date or hanging out, and I'll be looking at workout videos. Like, damn, I look good working this video. I look good squatting, right? Or look at me bench 225, you know, or squat 225. Look at me deadlift. And you know, your partner can be like, this is protected time. Just like your gym time is protected, this time that we have is protected. And you have to value your protected time, not just in the gym, but outside the gym as well. Like, that is so important, because you can't nourish relationships if the only time that's protected is the time that you use in the gym. I think that might have went over your head. You can't nourish positive relationships if the only time that's protected is the protected time in the gym. Meaning, you can't just not take any phone calls in the gym and be so locked in that when you come out of the gym, you're not locked in. You're still looking at gym photos, and you're still talking about gym stuff, and you're still talking, even though you eat, sleep, and die fitness. Because I eat, sleep, and I wouldn't say I eat, sleep, and die fitness, but I love fitness. And I love, there's a lot of content creators out there and trainers that I just love watching. I love following, I love watching. They're doing some really positive things out there. And I can watch them all day. But knowing, communicating that this is my time here and then this is our time here helps develop or helps nourish positive relationships. Communication is so key. Support, again, is so key. Supporting your partner in their goals, supporting them. Hey, I know you're trying to lose weight. I know you're trying to stay focused and stay fit and not drink. So I'm not going to really have Oreos in the house. Oreos is my thing, like milk and cookies. You ever seen that show? It's like, and the milk and cookies, not milk and cookies. Oreos is my thing. Oreos is my jam. They're my jam. I mean, taking an Oreo, dip it into the milk, letting it get soggy, drinking the milk at the end, and the big ass chunk of Oreo just coming down my mouth and stuff like that. Oreos are my jam. Do not buy Oreos. If you support me in my fitness journey, do not buy Oreos. Why? I have no discipline. None. If you buy a pack of double stuffed Oreos and they're in the pantry, I will devour the pack within 2 days. Kid you not. Ask somebody. Kid you not. I would devour the pack. And I love Oreos so much that if you bought Oreos without milk, I will go to the gas station to go get a milk carton just for the Oreos. So support. If you support me, do not buy me Oreos. Do not buy. If you support me, do not buy me hot tamales. If you support me, do not buy me LeBron James chips. Because I have no discipline and I will devour the entire package of each of those things in less than 24 hours. And support me by showing, like, I'm not going to buy these things or have these things in the house because I know you're working on your goals. And because I know you don't have discipline. You may support me by purchasing things like carrots, ranch carrots, salmon, stuff like that is just like showing mutual support. So I say all this to say is you want to be around people that are mutually supportive of your goals, but you got to be mutually supportive of theirs too. Like it goes hand in hand. You can't just expect support and you don't give support. That's another topic. I don't know if I should dive into that today, but you want to be around to maintain a long-lasting fitness journey as well as relationships. You want to make sure that you keep people around you that support your goals. You want to make sure that you're communicating your goals to them so that they're able to support it. Because how can someone support you if you've never communicated? You know what I mean? Like, how can I support you? If you're on a weight loss journey, how can I support your weight loss journey if you never told me that? You just tell me you like to work out. So you didn't tell me you couldn't eat certain things, right? So you have to overly communicate with people your goals and your expectations and your scheduling and your conflicts and all of that stuff so people can understand and they can meet you halfway. That's how fitness has worked. That's how it has worked for me over time. I'm not a fitness expert. Like I didn't create this podcast because I'm a fitness expert. I created this podcast to have a safe space to talk about things that work for me and things that don't work for me. I don't have the best looking body in Atlanta. I don't. But every day I grind. I work a 9 to 5. I work a 9 to 5. I work out. I coach varsity basketball. I do a little bit of everything. And there's a lot of people out there like me who work a 9 to 5, who has their own business, who still is trying to find time to work out and have successful relationships. So this is what this podcast is about, especially this episode. It's how can I do both or all three? And communication is key. Communicating with people. I coach varsity basketball. I have 2 dogs, right? I told the coach before I even took the job, I communicated with the coach. I said, hey, listen, I would love to coach alongside of you. I would love to be a basketball coach. But I have 2 dogs that I leave at 6 a.m. because I work out at 6 a.m., right? 6 a.m. is my protected time. I would love to coach, but I cannot give up my protected time of working out. So I leave my dogs at 6. School gets out at 4. You want me to stay after practice? I can stay after practice, but I have to leave a little bit early because I have a commitment to these 2 dogs. I say that story to say, and he's understanding. He said, thank you for letting me know. And yes, you can leave practice 45, 50 minutes early so you can tend to your dogs because they've been at home all day. And I say that to say, like, communication is the only reason why we were able to make this relationship work. I was the only reason why I was able to coach with him, because we communicated. And because I communicated, he supported me, right? He supported what I had going on. He said, I agree, you should not leave those dogs at home any longer. You should stay at practice, get the guards going, put our offense in, do what we need to do, and then you go home and you take care of your two dogs, because you do take care of them by yourself. So communication, it started off with me communicating and being honest on my goals and my expectations for myself and from him, what I expected from him. I expected him to understand. And he said, I understand. And he shows me support in what I got going on, that he allows me to do, to be able to do both. So, you know, enabled to, in the fitness world, when you're working out and you're trying to stay healthy and you're trying to accomplish these goals and these fitness goals and these eating and these healthy goals, you want to be around people that support you, but you also want to communicate. You have to be a very good communicator. You cannot not communicate with the people in your circle. Because if you don't communicate with them your expectations and your goals, how can they then step in and support you? Then you'll feel unsupported. And now you're like, hey, you know, like my girlfriend or my boyfriend, he doesn't even support me. He just want to go to the strip club, you know, all night and stay up all night, and I'm out all night with him. He doesn't, you know, you start complaining. And the first thing I'm gonna ask is, well, did you communicate that your expectations? You know, like, did you communicate that you can't go out? You don't like going out when you got to get up at 6 a.m? Or did you guys come to an agreement where, you know, maybe the strip club or date night is once a week, and you have to give a little to get a little. You got to be like, okay, if date night is once a week, or me and my partner were going to the strip club on Monday night, Magic City Mondays, I know that I'm not working out on Tuesday, right? Tuesday morning. Or if I work out on Tuesday, it is not 6 a.m, it's in the afternoon. So you need to communicate, hey, if I go to Magic City Monday, I'm working out on Tuesday, I'm working out Tuesday after work. So when you get home, you're not going to see me right away. I'm going to be at the gym. You get what I'm saying? So you got to give a little, you got to communicate to then get the support. And there's just some instance where people just don't support you when you overly communicating, and that's a different story. I have been in situations where I did not feel communicated, or I did not feel supported, and I've overly communicated. A couple of years ago, I didn't feel supported, and I was always working out. I was working out every day, and I was coming home to damn oxtails and curry goat every 5 minutes. I'm like, listen, I cannot eat this. Why are you cooking oxtails and curry goat? Why are you making this? Why are you torturing me? Why are you doing this to me? You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it's you're in a situation where, you know, people just don't support you. They don't support you. And when you're in that situation, sometimes you gotta remove yourself. You gotta remove yourself from that. Not everybody in your life, not everybody is made for your life. Not everybody is gonna support your goals. Not everyone's gonna see what you see. And when you're starting to realize that they don't see what you see, you have to remove yourself. It might be tough, you know what I mean? I'm at the nonchalant, but it's real. It hurts when you got to remove someone. It hurts. It hurts that you have to remove someone because they couldn't really support you or understand or see where you're coming from. But in order to maintain a long lasting fitness journey, you have to communicate, and you have to have people around you that support you. And then that's just it. Thank y'all for listening. Remember, over communicating and mutual support are the two things that I think that are important when it comes to staying true to your fitness journey and your goals, and also fostering and nurturing positive relationships. You notice I kept saying positive because you don't want to nurture negative relationships. You want to nurture positive relationships that are pouring into you, right? Pouring into you and filling your cup when you're constantly pouring out of your cup. You want those type of relationships in your life. So communication and support are important. They go hand in hand, and they're very, very, very key to being forever an athlete. But thank you for tuning in. I love y'all. I hope you took something. If you took something, share it, subscribe it, screen record it, screenshot it, do what you got to do. This episode will be uploaded hopefully later today. If not tomorrow, you don't even know the date because you wouldn't know until it's posted, but it will be uploaded. Forever an Athlete hats are on my website on www.foreverathlete.com. You also can get this bodysuit on foreveranathlete.com or Instagram shop, Facebook shop, whatever is your preference. I love y'all. Stay blessed, and remember, redefine your lifestyle.